Yo, what up? This is Snoop. You watching A Day in the Life of Snoop with Box Power Sound.
Yeah, Quavo. Welcome to Atlanta, baby, it's bigger than magic.
I'm your host, Brittany Lachey, and we are doing a day in the life with Snoop.
Put that shit on, little nigga, this that real fashion. Now every time they see the huncho, they like shout it have gone.
I've done many different things. So I call myself a serial entrepreneur because I feel like I can open any type of business. I can start a clinic, and I'm not a doctor. I've been living in Atlanta probably for the past 13 years. I've owned over 5 restaurants here in the city of Atlanta. Well, 6 actually. The very first one that I opened was the Hookah Hideaway, which was the one that I was predominantly known for the longest. It basically was like a kind of like a dive bar, pretty much a hole in the wall right downtown. We stayed open till 6 o'clock in the morning, and it was a dope spot for people to come to be able to meet other people, you know, so feel comfortable going there by yourself. And by the time you left, you would have, you know, 2, 3, 4 friends, you know, that you just met that night. On that spot for 5 years, and 7 years ago I opened up Escobar with the rapper 2 Chainz.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa.
This year we'll be celebrating our 7-year anniversary, and so currently we've got Esco and Esco South, and then last year I also franchised our concept. So we've got 4 franchise locations in Marietta, Georgia, Columbus, Ohio, Dallas, Texas, and Memphis, Tennessee. Then I also have Remedy Salon Suites. So Remedy Salon Suites, they're called Remedy Spa Salon Suites, basically a salon suite chain that I have. So I've got 4 locations that are here local in Atlanta, and then I've got 5 franchise locations. So my day pretty much consists of, you know, running my businesses. I like to lay in bed until about 10 o'clock. If I'm up at 7 o'clock, it's because I'm getting on a flight. I remember when you guys were asking me about doing this, you know, podcast for you guys. Whoever had reached out, they was like, you know, okay, now your day probably starts very early, right? So for me, I do not believe in waking up early at all. Never have. The only time I'll really get up early is if it's for a flight, and most of the time, not even that. I've been doing what I do for a minute. You know, I'm 38 years old, and I feel like if you've been putting in that work, you shouldn't always have to do that for the rest of your life. You know, you shouldn't be working at the same speed. You know, what I was doing when I was 25 is not what I'm doing at 38. You know what I mean? Because the businesses are up. We've got management teams, we've got operations teams, and for the most part, my job is to manage my managers, you know. I don't get involved in managing the bartenders and the servers and, you know, the bar backs and all of that type of stuff, you know. At the salon suites, I don't even know the suite owners at all. They deal with the managers and the AGMs and the receptionists, you know. So I think it's very important when people are starting businesses to make sure that they have somebody that they can rely on and that's smart and knowledgeable to help operate the businesses, so that they're not having to do every single little thing, because of course we can't be, you know, at all places at one time, you know what I mean?
Where do you get that confidence and self-assuredness from when it comes to letting things go and letting things happen within your business and trusting people?
Well, I think that, you know, you have to trust somebody, you know what I mean? And people are going to let you down, you know. You'll find that sometimes you hire somebody that's not really good at their job, or that's even better at it than you are. Or that you thought that they would be. But the thing is if you don't let go, then you'll never know. You'll never be able to groom someone for that position. And so, you know, it's really important when you're setting up your business to allocate various roles and to make sure that, you know, you're documenting what you do so that you can replace yourself. So for me, like in my businesses, nothing really is my job except for just like approving,
Yes.
various financial things. I want all of the businesses to be able to operate without me. Kind of started off, early on with hiring various managers and either allowing them to fail or realizing that they're worth training,
Yeah, and building.
and building. Yep. So, that's very important, I think, with being a leader and being an owner. It's very important to make sure that you know how to build a team.
Who is Snoop? Where did that name come from, Snoop? Why did they call you Snoop?
I actually named myself Snoop when I moved here to Atlanta from Nashville. I wanted to be a little bit more anonymous. I didn't want everybody to really know who they were talking about, when they said my name. I had a few failed businesses and, some mistakes that I made young, so kind of was just more so wanting to fly under the radar, and so I thought that Snoop was a cool, nickname. I got long hair, wear my hair braided, tall, like to smoke.
It suits you. It suits you so much.
That's where it came from.
I love that, and I love that, like, you are so intentional with everything that you do. You're like, I need this anonymity. I need to remove myself a little bit, set that boundary. Here comes Snoop.
How you act in your storm will determine how God will bring you out of it. Normally only try to schedule 2 meetings per day, especially since my daughter passed. So my only child passed about 7 months ago. So I really don't know how I'm going to feel, each day to day. So I try not to schedule too much, because if I don't feel like working, then I don't. And I don't want to have a lot that, I need to reschedule or whatever the case may be. So, even too, with that being said, aside from work, this is just a life thing. When you lose somebody really close to you, it really shows you either what's important or what's not important. Yes. You know what I mean? So, my daughter was an employee for me, and when she passed, as I was grieving, the company was looking for somebody to replace her and work her job, and for most people, that's what's going to happen when you die, you know what I mean? So I think that it's good to have a good balance in life, work your businesses, work your jobs, but also make sure that you enjoy life and put those people that truly care about you first and foremost, you know what I mean?
Yes, that is so important. And yes, we talk about it all the time. We talk about mental health and awareness as entrepreneurs. It's a hot topic right now. But for us, it is very, very real. The last 2 years, we have all gone through our own devastating circumstances, and we send our deepest condolences to you. We have been, I haven't met you before today, but we know your story, and we feel for you, and we are so inspired by you. We just had an incredible dinner here at Escobar downtown. I had the catfish. My girl had the smoked salmon nachos. It was chef's kiss. Thank you for spending the day with us and showing what it is to be Snoop for a day. How you feeling?
Yes, thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it. Look, I hope it was inspiring. I hope it was interesting. I hope it was eye-opening. Look, man, the big bosses really don't work as much as they tell y'all they work. And, man, y'all, thank y'all for having me. Look, if y'all are looking, if y'all are listening, make sure y'all follow me at Who Is Snoop on Instagram and go to my website, whoissnoop.com.